to the Gamegasm podcast. We put the O in radio. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the show. My name is Jeremy.
If you survive the sword, you'll find salvation in the desert. It's O'Brien.
That sounds like, I don't know.
I have no idea what that is.
It's not rat.
I know.
It didn't sound very
like
rapish.
Some Soulfly shit or something. I don't know what it is.
August Burns Red. It's from Meridian.
Oh,
That's what I
nice.
listened to on the way here.
Oh, well, there you go.
Good stuff. August Burns Red's
I
always
love
great.
that song.
And I'm Andrew.
Little ABR for that ass.
And Andrew.
ABR is always good.
We saw them in concert.
We did.
Me
Very
and-
good concert.
It was a good concert.
I don't think have I seen August Burns Red in concert? Maybe I haven't.
They were really good.
Were
They were. I mean, they're one of my favorite bands anyways, but I just love them. You should
Yeah.
go home and download all their stuff, or buy it, preferably, and then listen to it and win. Step
happens.
1, get ABR. Step 3 is win. Step 2 doesn't really matter.
Your pubes burn red.
If you set them on fire, I'm sure they would.
That smelled really bad, I
Without
bet.
fire.
Literal firecrackers. Yeah, I guess they are a little bit of a red tint.
Anyway, how's that mailbag?
It's pretty full.
Is it hefty? You say hefty a lot.
Yeah, it's hefty. Yeah, I don't know that we're gonna have it checked out by a doctor or anything.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like the size of a grapefruit,
Yeah.
but it's bigger than an egg.
Okay. Okay.
It's like a free range egg, those real big brown ones.
Like an ostrich egg?
No.
Wow.
We're getting that looked
Jesus.
at by a doctor.
Yeah.
You know when you cook though, you have to fucking open that with a fucking mallet and
Yeah,
a
oh, yeah.
railroad spike
Yeah.
or
Huh.
a knife.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're a real crazy hard shell.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Not really.
enough about ostrich or emu egg, for that matter. All you fucking birds from the land down under. First question, Dalton.
Do you come from a land down under? Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm looking at myself.
Limbo and thunder. Men at work. That is. I should have started quoting them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
They.
No, I don't think they've been quoted.
I think I've.
Handed me a Vegemite sandwich.
Yeah, I think I've actually got through all the quotes I'm gonna know.
Yeah. That's it.
He asked, "What game would we like to see made a movie?" And any thoughts on the actors or actresses that would play the roles?
Oh, God, the actors and actresses.
I mean, if there was one in particular.
As
He
long as
wasn't
Mark
saying
Wahlberg's in it, I'm good.
any- Yeah, right. I'm not seeing your fucking game movie. He didn't say when you get the whole billing cast. Just,
Right.
if you're like, man, I gotta have Clint Howard or something,
As long as it's not directed by you, Bull, I think we'll be okay. Pretty sure.
But what game would you like to see made to a movie?
I don't know.
Dalton has been craving for this
come
question.
back to me. Come back to me.
He's been
Let me
favored
think
this
on it.
one.
You have an answer?
And this is something funny. Link has never been made to a movie. And I actually think that it is a more movie ready than, like, say, Mario, which has been made into a movie. Halo, in
Per
theory.
se.
Yeah, it was an abortion of a movie, but it was a movie. I mean, I would like to see Halo because I find that really lends itself to a good one. If
Skull King said that Halo had a miniseries or something.
it does,
That was
it
similar
does.
to a
But I
movie.
mean, I'm talking like a full blown movie.
I've heard they've that's like in the
Peter
talks.
Jackson's
I mean,
supposed to produce it and stuff like that. But I would like to see that one because you ever seen Soldier with Kurt Russell?
No.
Probably not. Once again, I love that movie.
No, and
he's like a non-suited up Master Chief, in my opinion. Just a fucking freight train of whoop ass.
Yeah.
And I think that would be really cool. And I like Aliens better than I did Alien, and they're Space Marines. So I kind of, if you can marry those two things, I find a Halo movie awesome. But Link, not when he's like the Wind Waker, when he's like a 7-year-old, like an
Right.
adult Link. That would be a pretty cool adventure movie. They've never done it, and you wouldn't need a lot of cast. You could make it. You have a lot of artistic license. And who'd make a good Link? Fuck me running, dude. I don't know.
I mean, like
Elijah Wood.
as like Orlando Bloom, just because he get it like the.
Yeah, if they put Orlando Bloom, I'd hang myself.
Yeah.
Because he butt fucked Legolas. That was terrible.
Yeah.
As a Lord of the Ring guy, I just did not like him. I just don't like Orlando Bloom. He is a woman. He angers me.
He's a woman.
No, he's effeminate. I don't know. Like, I guess elves.
I'm
are
sure that's what they were
supposed
kind
elves
of
are
going
supposed to
for.
be,
I
yeah.
would think.
But Noldar necessarily aren't. I don't know. That's not Lord of the Rings dorkdom. I'm just not a big Orlando Bloom fan. Though Kingdom of God, the one he did with Liam Neeson when they were doing the Crusades, it wasn't a bad movie for him.
Liam Neeson's is my shit.
Liam
Neeson's.
makes my panties moist. I can't lie. But yeah, I think Link. I don't know who would play him yet. I'd have to think about that.
While you've been talking, I've been thinking of a game, and this isn't the one you would think that I would go to. This is actually one you think that Jeremy would go to.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna go Duke Nukem.
That was in my head.
I mean,
Make a good movie.
because they made the Doom movie. I was kind of thinking, the shooter. And Doom wasn't good, but it had certain parts in it that weren't the worst thing ever. And also, you could kind of get away with that campy sense of humor a little bit. If it was kind of even overly shitty, it's still Duke Nukem, so you could have... you could have some really shitty humor. You should have tits. You could have big guns. I mean, like...
And big tits.
And big tits, yeah.
Arnold.
I thought about that, but I don't think he could do it.
He's a little old now.
He's like, I've got the balls of steel. Or, it just doesn't work. I'll rip your head off and shit down your neck. Or, it just doesn't work right.
But, I'm just saying.
So who
he is
who
Duke
do you
Nukem.
think?
I mean, I would... Like, The Rock could do it, but he's already done the Doom movie.
It's gotta be a
but
white guy.
Yeah.
You guys have both named... You've named an Austrian, and you've named
is he not
Hawaiian.
white?
Yeah, but he can't speak like a normal
I don't know
English
Duke's
accent.
It doesn't matter.
No.
I don't know. Like, I don't know who, like... White guy. I don't know what is, like, some big...
John Cena?
Yeah, John fucking Cena.
Isn't he like Hispanic?
No, he's white.
He's
He's always like super tan when I see him, like Triple H or something.
Because, you look more ripped when you're tan.
We're just looking for wrestlers at this point.
Well, who looks like they're roided? Because Duke Nukem looks like...
LeBron James.
He's roided. Wait, that's a lot of that and some HGH.
We should not talk about basketball right now. We already went on a tirade before we even started recording.
That's probably true. But that's a good idea because you can make a good campy B movie, funny movie out of it.
And it would be like aliens. It would be a little sci-fi.
Yeah,
it's not bad.
A lot of humor.
You kind of stole mine. On that one. Now I don't know where I'll go.
My steal was not intentional, obviously.
You stole. They're high-fiving currently over my steal.
Hey, that's pretty good though. That's pretty funny. You don't put baby in a corner.
Since it's technically been made into a video game, can I say Magic the Gathering?
You want to see a movie of that?
They've got a lot of awesome characters. Not the card game.
There actually is a lot of lore behind.
There's a lot of huge lore behind it.
And there used to be a lot. I guess
not used to be. There still is.
Well, I mean, like when I played, I was just saying used to be. I remember there was a lot of story on the cards and a lot of background, but I don't know. I guess you could use it as a video game.
There's a ton of different kingdoms, not kingdoms, but alliances, and you've got like Orza and Azura and all that.
Ishra or whatever. Tears of... Isn't it Isha or Ishra?
What was... Not Azura. What was it? What's it called? I'm thinking of...
Tears of Alar?
No.
That's...
But I know you're talking about Mishra.
The white blue. Blue.
God, I can't think of... Orza was white-black.
Yeah.
I don't remember how
anyway. But there's a lot of, they got all the Planeswalkers. You could make a Planeswalker-style movie. I mean, that would be
So it would have nothing to do really with playing the game. You're just using the lore
from it. No, not at all.
That's what I'm like, that would be the boringest fucking game ever.
Well, Zelda wouldn't have anything to do with playing the game either.
No, but you would be actually watching what the game looks like.
Yeah.
You wouldn't see, like, a bunch of kids playing.
But there's enough history and enough nostalgia to where you could throw a ton of, like, as they're battling, you'd be a ton of creatures being thrown in, and... enough to where people that played the game would be like, "Oh shit, that's a Savannah Lion," or something like that.
Savannah Lion. So I know what that is.
Yeah. That would be kind of neat.
Savannah Lions are shit now.
Yeah,
they used to be actually really good because there's 2 1-for-1 that just do abilities. You're like, oh, cool.
There's so many cards that have just been made obsolete.
Just through all the new power and stuff.
That's how you
power creep.
Make that money.
The power creep.
Well, they can avoid power creep though because they
but they don't.
Well, no, they actually do a good job of avoiding power creep.
Yeah, but Type 1, everything has been made useless. That's a problem. Anyway,
that's a different we're getting to Magic. Got to be careful. That's a long topic. Good question, Dalton. Okay, next one is Skull King.
Yeah.
Xbox One and PS4. Did they release too early considering all the games, not say good games, but a lot of the big titles are 2015?
I don't think it matters.
Yeah, I mean, I thought they released too early, period.
Yeah, I agree.
I thought the PS3 and the Xbox 360 had plenty of life left, at least 2 or 3 years.
And I think that's the premise of this question. My thing is, and this is what behind the scenes that doesn't help this question, is that they had a development cycle. They'd already created the hardware. Once they had it ready to go, if they didn't release it, they'd have to go back to the drawing board
and remake everything.
Because they wait instead of releasing in 2013 to releasing in 2015 or Christmas 2014. Technology, even a year, technology progresses, and now your machine, maybe not obsolete, needs a facelift.
Right.
And you have shareholders, you have a budget you have to maintain.
But the problem is that was bad planning on their part.
Yes, they released too early, I think.
Yeah.
I agree. I mean, you haven't seen a lot of the great titles out. It sucks to have a system to not have, just kind of sitting there, not as a paperweight, because I'm sure there are some titles out there.
There are good games out there,
but it's good games that you can get on PC. There's also good games that are still being the same ones that are being made on Xbox One and PS4 are being made on PS3 and PS6.
It is frustrating for a person who owns a system, and I don't own the systems. I don't own any of the next gen systems right now, but it would be frustrating to just kind of sit there and be like, all right, we've got a couple, good titles or middle of the road titles. And then, but in 2015, there will be titles, and just have this,
It's the same thing for Wii U to an extent, that all their good stuff is now starting to come out. It's like, Jesus Christ.
That's why we want one.
Nintendo's always been bad about that. They release a system, and then the games that every single Nintendo loyal customer wants come out a year or two later. I don't know why they do that to themselves. Release them as a launch title or close after.
And if they're not ready, I always am of one to say, if your shit's not ready, don't launch it.
Yeah. Yes,
do
absolutely.
not launch it. But can I not just apply to hardware too?
Yeah.
I think probably should be
a little harder to do with hardware, I imagine. Like you said, with the technology.
Once you get your investment, because the investment for a console is dramatic.
Probably absurd.
I still figure saying that PS3 was almost $1 billion system when you add in research and development and everything from the beginning of the manufacture to when they got their first, all the product on shelves.
Sure.
The problem is, once you have that plan, you start planning 5 years prior, 6 years prior, and you start the slow creep of development and testing and manufacture. Then once you have, just like a game, once you have that deadline, every time you wait or delay or something, you're not on this point, you're wasting money, which affects your stock, which affects your shareholders, which means all these guys, like Kaz, the head of Sony's like, oh, now I'm not going to get paid, or I'm not going to keep my job, and they have to release it. The problem is you need to probably have better planning in the beginning. That's the issue with both of them.
I mean, we obviously don't understand what goes into the creation of a fucking video game console.
We've never been there.
But it seems like you as Sony or Microsoft or Nintendo have done it for so fucking long.
Especially Nintendo.
Yeah, especially Nintendo, that you would know what goes into it and you would plan accordingly. And I mean, I understand the issues involved and I understand all that, but it seems to me that they did it too early, and I feel like they were trying to get money where they didn't really need to.
I feel it's still a last generation or previous generation mentality. Previously, you figure 4 to 6 years. That's your cycle. And now PS3, it's going to be a 10-year system. Xbox 360 is like, they didn't say that. They said 8, but that's not the point. They were all like, it's going to last forever. Well, then they're getting, not at that point, but they're getting 6, 7 years on. Like, okay, we got to release system. We got to release system. It's
6 years, they announced the next systems.
Yeah.
They announced they were developing.
And that was the problem. The problem is you were still on that old scheme. When you realize you create these things for longevity, and although, no, they're not up to snuff to like a PC yet, or it's not that the current ones are, but they're a lot closer. The point is, you felt that sense of urgency you didn't need to feel.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to pigeonhole yourself like that in a way.
Yeah, and I feel like they need to focus on having actual titles ready for release, for launch. Give me a reason to buy that system.
I would have bought
exclusive titles.
Yeah. I would have bought a Wii U probably day one had they said Mario Kart and Smash Brothers will be out within 6 months. Totally.
But honestly, I would almost think 90 days is really the window.
Oh, yeah, I agree.
I get if it's not a launch title.
Yeah.
I get that. But I think 90 days is plenty of time to hopefully cycle it out. But, so we all agree, too early.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, real dub. The realest W I know. Our kids.
I don't have them.
And the kids that have died in the socks that you've blown into.
That's always weird. I've always thought that was really like, who jizzed into a sock?
I don't get it either. I've never done that. So, whatever.
Fucking odd.
Nothing like busting in a tube sock.
Yeah. First of all, who's tube socks? This is the fucking 70s.
Yeah.
It's like gym class, some shit. You gotta pull
I feel like if you went into somewhere to buy a tube sock, I think they'd be like, really?
Tube sock?
Yeah, yeah. Let's be fair, I only need an ankle sock anyway.
So, anywho, he wanted to know, our kids growing up, are we going to let them see the glorious past of video gaming? Like, to show them what we did, show them the history. Or are we going to just let them kind of find their own way and find their own roots?
I think both. Why not both? Por qué no los dos?
I think it's honestly, it allows you, I think it's easier to show your kids, without having kids, I think it's going to be easier now to show your kids the history of gaming growing up, because the games on Nintendo were just simpler overall than, picking up a 360 controller and getting into Call of Duty. Not that that'd be the first game you'd throw at them, but
I hope not.
Yeah.
But like, a 3-year-old has a chance to play Mario. You can't really do anything of note on a next gen system. It's a good way to kind of wet their
Whistle.
I guess.
And I agree with that. My thing about and I will say this, and not to knock any of the current young ones listening, I find that if you don't have a good, just be like, okay, for example, if we play a controller in any game, we're good at it.
Yeah.
You know why?
Because we played for a bulk of our lives.
Well, we played the older games. Like my nephew, he's going to turn 11. certain skill set he does not have. A lot of problem-solving skill set, because games don't require certain things or the wherewithal to focus on certain things.
Right.
I think it's almost like having it's like college. You have to have a good fundamental background before you get a degree, even though, no, I don't need to fucking take English class to be an engineer. But in this respect, there are some good things. I agree, let them find their own way, but then they could just be a Call of Duty douche.
Well, the thing about it
you got to steer your children. That's called parenting.
The thing about it is, like, I'm using, like, cartoons or educational kids programming as an example. The shows they have today are fucking atrocious in comparison to what we had. You know, like, we had...
They're probably more educational, though.
Ours are more educational.
Like what?
Like Sesame Street, Mr. Rogers?
I hated Sesame Street and Mr. Rogers. I never watched those shows.
You Satan?
No, they're
like
terrible.
Two of the best shows in the world.
No, I'm gonna disagree.
I watched Sesame Street. I didn't watch too much. Mr. Rogers was hidden.
Yo Gabba Gabba and Ni Hao Kai Lan and shit?
I don't watch Ni Hao Kai Lan much.
That's terrible.
But I mean,
it's
like,
some
of the, like, Team Umizoomi, there was no working on, like, fractions on... I mean, there
well,
was...
no.
It is like, well, my daughter... who, before she turned 3, could tell me what an octagon and a hexagon, tell me the difference between them. I wasn't doing that shit at that age.
You're like one of those parents on the commercial, like, he can tell me what a dodecahedron is.
No, fuck that. She knows that. I'm like, you might have to go get her, like, Power Christ compels you.
One of those commercials is like...
ABC Mouse is what you're talking about.
The mom was like,
maybe your kid's
no, it was a
dodecahedron.
It was a
not
ABC Mouse.
Zoom, yeah.
It was one of those like Teen Nick or not Teen Nick, but Nickelodeon Kids or whatever. And she's like, my daughter's playing in the backyard, and I heard her say "Salta caballito."
Yeah,
I don't fucking care.
No,
you taught my kid to say "jump pony" in Spanish.
Yeah, I don't care about that. And by the way, Team Umizoomi is just god.
Oh yeah.
My daughter went through a phase of that. I just wanted to claw my eyes out.
I guess my point was they're annoying as fuck.
Yes,
in comparison to what we grew up with, where they were like adults trying to teach kids things and stuff like that. I want him to watch what he wants. I want him to like the shows that he wants to like, but I also want to take him back and show him Mr. Rogers or Sesame Street or some of those, like the Muppets.
Hello,
or
neighbor.
Some of the old stuff that I grew up with. And if he likes that, cool too. But like you said, at least try to direct them in the proper direction first.
But with video games.
When it comes to video games, I think it's hard to find, like, classic titles now. So much of them are just crap.
Oh yeah.
I think the hit versus miss percentages are much higher now.
Oh yeah.
And I think there's so many good games back then too. You can have a fun, and they don't have appreciation of it. You're gonna have the kids now. They're like, oh, I can't play this. It's terrible. The graphics.
Yeah.
And that just would drive me nuts.
I think it's more important to teach your kids things like graphics don't matter, story is better, gameplay is better, and let them find their own games inside that bubble, rather than just saying, I like to kill people. And
yeah, because it's gonna be Call of Duty douche.
Yeah. Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and like I said, I think the earlier you kind of get them into that with the older games, I think are going to translate better because they don't have a concept of graphics really.
True, they just want to do something with mom or dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, good question. So all in all, I think our kids are going to grow up gaming. How they game is going to be up to us.
I just hope I don't have kids. God knows I don't want kids.
Anyway, speaking of Call of Duty douches.
Is Trenbro in town? Whoa!
No worries, he's not gonna listen this far in. We're like 20 minutes in.
He's turned this off.
Yeah, he's done.
He started done. He's like, I gotta check my fucking Instagram. I gotta check my Snapchat. Like, she Snapchat me. I'm gonna make a face at it. Fucking douche.
So we've gone back and forth talking about how we really do like first person shooters.
Though a lot of times, a lot of our viewers probably think we just don't like them.
Yeah, and we wanted to give them their moment,
clarity,
their moment in the spotlight. We grew up playing shooters. We all played GoldenEye. We all played the Call of Duties as they came out. We all played
Wolfenstein.
we all played Doom, Wolfenstein, all the old shooters. I played a shit ton of Duke Nukem.
We've got a lot of breadth of shooters between us, and a lot of times we shit on all the people who play them and a lot of the reiterations of the games, and I think
heavily Call of Duty.
Yes, heavily, and that's just, it is Call of Duty, and we are making fun of Call of Duty itself, but that just happens to be the Coke. I mean, that's what it is. It is just, that is the title that just is everybody thinks about. So we kind of extrapolate that out to a lot of the other games as well. But I think we need to let people know that we don't hate all of shooters.
No,
I think that's kind of what this episode, in a way, is about.
What changed?
Yeah, Why did they become recycled garbage?
Well, not recycled garbage. I think part of what affects.
Oh, they are recycled garbage.
Not all of them are.
Most of them.
Most of them. Yeah. I mean, you don't want to loop them all. There are a lot of still inventive ways to do things, and you have to find like indie titles, things like that.
And to be fair, even though Call of Duty is recycled garbage, we played it up to Black Ops 2. Or no, what was it? Modern Warfare 2? No. What was the one after that? Black Ops?
No. I played one more than you.
You played Modern Warfare 3. I stopped before that.
It was Black Ops 2.
No, Black Ops 2 was after that. I think it was just Black Ops.
Maybe it was just Black Ops.
I don't fucking remember. But anyway.
Yeah, because we played a lot of Black Ops and then Modern Warfare 3. Because Modern Warfare 4 is the one I played after you.
Yeah.
That sounds...
But that's the problem.
Whatever.
Can't remember the fucking 4 out? I don't know. That's the problem. All
3 is the one I stopped playing on because I bought the big set and I was like, this game's fucking terrible.
Maybe it was.
I remember you bought one and you played it for like 10 hours or something like that. Yeah. And you're like, fuck this.
It was awful.
It's too fast paced.
Oh, it just got to the point where it was like, bullets, explosions, 27,000 different kill streaks, and run around as fast as you can, and when you die, mash your X button so you spawn as fast as you can, and shoot. That's just not my thing.
I agree.
I need tactics. I need strategy. I need calm, slow-paced.
But Call of Duty it was at one time that. It has not been that probably since Call of Duty 2.
But even Black Ops was less than Modern Warfare was.
It was, but it was still
very Switch oriented.
Everybody shit on that game. We liked it.
I did like World at War quite a bit.
Yeah.
We played that a lot.
Oh yeah.
World at War.
It was a different feel than a lot of the other ones, just because honestly the graphics were just really kind of different too. It was almost it was cartoony, but
no, it was drab.
Yeah,
in comparison. Anyway, what were you saying? Sorry.
No, I'm just saying I liked that one a lot. We played it a lot. I actually like, in my mind, in a way, Call of Duty is still a World War II game. It was better as a World War II game.
They announced the new one, Advanced Warfare. So no longer modern. We're now advanced.
Well,
I don't even know what that means.
Neither. No. It's just another way to put warfare in the name.
Is it like... I know it's not
laser guns.
That's the thing is they honestly that's where they need to go if they're going to call it Advanced Warfare. You need something to give it a facelift, to use your word from earlier there, and you just need to do something different. You're literally, and I know even if you put in laser guns,
I don't care anyway.
As long as you put out laser guns and then a FAMAS.
Yeah, the laser FAMAS.
I mean, essentially, there's completely different guns in 2 different games. I still use the same.
3 different games.
Yeah, I still use.
It doesn't matter as long as it says FAMAS. You're gonna gravitate.
Yeah. Famous. That's all I care about. Really. The Call of Duty effect has really affected us a lot. And I think steered us away. But I think looking at the past, we all spent a lot of time playing GoldenEye.
Yes.
It's a great game.
Shit ton.
And we like the multiplayer aspect. And this is the one thing I'd want to touch on. Maybe not saying spoiled it.
Yeah.
Going back to some of our other earlier motifs. A part of what's made it not as good is online play.
Yeah.
I know, why would online play ever be a negative, but it's partly community-based. How many times have Call of Duty see, it's 420 Blaze, it's a weed symbol, you're so cool. It's just that very sophomoric.
Yeah, it's how many times have you been called a faggot by a 12-year-old kid?
A lot. Yeah, I don't even play that much online. I mean, I didn't even play a ton online, but, in the handful of times I did.
Fairness, I probably told him I touched him or something.
Well, yeah. But, I mean, you would have told him that anyway.
That's true. Or
telling you fuck his mother.
Your mom, I'm going to fuck you, something like that.
But the point is that you give a bunch of fucking...
kids.
Just teenagers with their hormones raging, and they're all trying to be fucking cool and
funny.
Yeah, they're all trying to be hilarious in front of their friends, and you give them microphones and anonymity, and they're going to be fucking total and douche canoes. It's just it's a bad formula, and now you can't go back on it.
Well, yeah, and that's like you said. I think the internet, the invention of bringing Call of Duty online in mass, I think. In a way, it brought up a whole new sub game. In a way, it's like you're now getting away from people in your living room, getting away from the single player campaign. You're getting into this big online atmosphere, which is great in its inception. But then it has translated so far into that's it. That is the game now.
And that's one thing I really want to touch on. I'm glad you brought it. The first player campaign is one of my favorite things in shooters. Like Call of Duty 2, I played that on Veteran.
Oh, yeah.
Played through it. World of War played through that. Fucking awesome. All the old ones, whether it be GoldenEye, Duke Nukem, like Doom and Wolfenstein, all you did was play through the first player mode. The internet has pretty much said, you know what? Just slap something together.
Yeah.
Except for like Halo, or Gears of War has an awesome first player campaign. There are very few anymore. It's now all your big shooters like Modern Warfare or Battlefield or something like that. it's all
how fast can I get online?
You're buying basically the ability to play on a server.
I saw something.
And that's kind of killed it.
I saw like some statistic on that the other day, and I forget what it was, but it was something like 70% of people have not even played the single player campaign on most Call of Duties.
No, the stat was 17% of people have completed the first mission of the single player mode.
I knew it was
only
something.
17% of people that buy Call of Duty have completed the first mission.
I think I suffered through veteran on all those just to get the achievements.
Yeah, and see that's
I
the
wanted
thing.
to play through anyway. Actually, and the thing
Did you ever get the dick sucking achievement though?
He got that a lot.
I got that a lot. No, the thing is, I will say, like, which one's not the one you didn't play? The one before, I don't think it was Black Ops. The one before that we played.
Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, that one had actually, honestly, I actually really enjoyed the story on that one.
To be fair, the original Modern Warfare storyline was good too.
Yes.
The thing is that they need to do something to get people to play it, and I am all for achievement rewards. Why don't they do that yet? Stop giving me stupid points that don't mean anything. Give me something.
I don't
in-game.
care about my EPing. I don't.
I get, blank gold trophy or platinum trophy or whatever achievement. Give me something. Give me a reason to go obtain that. Make me play through that on veteran, and then I get a cool gun in the game or something.
Like Halo has a similar one, like a certain not perks, but it's like different skins, different things you get by doing achievements, and that's a cool way to do it.
Yeah, make me play through the first player.
I know you're not a sci-fi, kind of guy. I love Halo.
I never played. I mean, I've played Halo. I
wish there's a lot of things that Halo does. So first off, first place story. It's probably the best shooter. First person story. Amazing story. And you know what? Like instead of weed symbols, they would use a pink bar that's halfway, and then use a grenade, and then make it such that it looks like a penis.
Yeah,
that's legitimately funny.
That's what they did in Black Ops.
Yeah,
you could make
way better, and it was on like Halo 2.
Right.
So it was done way earlier. I'm sorry. The guy on Call of Duty who did the penis, it was not the Halo penis.
It was pretty good.
The Halo grenade looked better. Looked more like, foreskinny.
Looked more foreskinny.
Look more like, a dickhead.
So let's talk about important shooters that people should know about.
Okay.
Well, GoldenEye, obviously, I think, has got to be the top of that list.
Yeah.
Or
I don't know about top.
Well, near the top.
It was a system-defining shooter, though.
It was, but I just have not, it was a good game.
Yeah.
It was. I honestly feel like probably Wolfenstein. If you're going history. I know everybody talks about Doom or Nukem. I'm sorry, I think Wolfenstein
created the genre.
It did.
Well,
Doom is just Wolfenstein on fucking Mars.
You had Rise of the Triad.
Yeah.
You had what was the other one? Oh, Quake was up there. But
Unreal Tournament.
But I think
a little too fast paced for me.
I think GoldenEye would have been a much better game had it had a better controller.
Yeah, if it wasn't on that system.
Oh god.
If it was a disc-based system.
Yeah. The controller really held it back. You had the C buttons that you used to look up, down, left, and right.
It was bad.
And that kind of goes back to Duke Nukem. Playing Duke Nukem 3D on the emulated version, they have a free download now because it's all open, open source now. But going back and trying to play the original Duke Nukem, you were using up, down, left, and right to move. Not even WASD, because you were using WASD to look or some shit like that, and control was your shoot button.
That's terrible.
Oh, it was really weird. And you going back and trying to play it without a mouse, it was
impossible.
It was frustrating. So imagine Doom or these types of games with better control schemes, they would have been infinitely better.
Well, sure, and they're a prisoner of the moment. Another good one that's I'm sure a lot of people play with Gears of War. I want to bring up, which it's third person. To me, a shooter's a shooter. I don't really care the perspective.
Right.
I know a lot of people don't.
First versus third, I don't think it's that big of a deal overall.
And going back to the mailbag, Gears of War. That would have been an easy pick for a movie. That would be a bad idea.
Yeah.
That or honestly, another good shooter, Resistance: Fall of Man.
I never played that.
Resistance was good, yeah. I think
it was the first game I bought when I bought my PS3, and I was like, everybody talked about it, and first off, the first player story, fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Because the premise is it's the 1950s, and aliens invade. The aliens have these really crazy harnesses, kind of like Falling Skies a little bit, but they run hot, they have their own technology, so when you have guns, it's like if you take a Garand, or maybe a M14 carbine, and you mix it with alien technology.
Huh.
It's like a mixture of I'm advanced, but it's 1957 in the game time.
Right.
And it's really cool.
Really well done.
And it's a really cool story. Hive.
Fallout would be another good movie.
Or another good one.
Just you said fucking laser guns and shit. It made me think of Fallout.
Yeah. So there's a lot of good ones out there. But I'm like, there's a lot of like Killzone is a good one. Resistance Fall Man is a great shooter. I don't know if a lot of people play that. Like that's a Sony only one. I know we poop on Sony, but that's a really good game. That was one of the better games at launch, in my opinion, on PS3.
And it doesn't have it's not your
It's
normal,
creative.
Well, I'm just going to say another game. It's not your normal shooter, but you got to give props to Borderlands. Yeah. I mean, they've revolutionized a genre and mixed it well with another genre and added a great story with engaging characters and a comedy. I mean,
and also doing it from kind of a AAA publishing studio too. I mean, Gearbox wasn't known for a whole lot, and they come out with Borderlands, and they kind of put themselves on the map with a title
AAA would be good.
I mean, not like
he was comparing to baseball, not a major league game. Yeah. I felt you.
Yeah. I know what you mean though. Like not a well-known, not EA or not
Ubisoft or something
Capcom
like that,
or some shit.
Like if you're looking like the Land of shooters, I think in some ways there's a lot more variety now, and yet not variety. There are more shooter games, but they're so similar. I felt like when we were talking about the glory age of shooters, like the 90s, they were all different. They were all very different. I felt like you had a lot of games that did different things within the genre, and now it's all Call of Duty Club, which I haven't even brought up Battlefield yet.
Yeah.
Can we talk for a second about a mechanic that drives me fucking nuts? Regenerating health. Stop it. Quit. That's stupid. Halo, it makes sense. You have a power shield or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah. When you're in Call of Duty or you're, in...
You should have a health bar.
Yes. Don't allow me to take 26 bullets, be at 1 health, and go sit in a corner and regain my health. That's fucking retarded.
It makes absolutely no sense.
Hey, you're not a soldier.
Yeah.
You've never been in war.
I know if I get shot in the face,
maybe
and
not.
I'm on near death, if I just wait it out, it's not going to fucking fix it.
Or if you're gauze.
If you're going to do that, give me an alien technology or some sort of plausible reason why I would regenerate. And that's fine, but don't put me in, modern warfare, current times, modern times, and say, oh, just duck around this corner for 10 seconds.
It's frustrating. You almost kill a guy, and then he comes back, and he
kills you.
Yes.
And the thing that kills me about that is another game we haven't mentioned yet is Counter-Strike. You guys know I played a shit ton of Counter-Strike. Yes. And I miss those days where you would spawn, you'd walk past a door, somebody would shoot you, it would get a headshot, but you had a helmet on, it would dink, and you'd be at 24 health, and you're there for the rest of the match. 24 health for the rest of the round. That fucking sucks. But you know what? It made you play slowly. It made you play calm, strategically, and actually map out where you're going instead of running around like a fucking retard.
Or camping in certain spots, or,
Partly why we don't like games now is that nobody wants to play that way.
No, nobody wants to play as a team. That's the sad thing.
Well, not only that, nobody wants to play slow and fast plays. I want to go out and try to get a kill and find out at the same time what the fuck ever I'm going to spawn again.
If I go 24 and 24, that's fine.
That's sadly the mentality now.
Yes.
Which is really has changed shooters, and why I think that's a big part of why we don't like them, is the mentality of the players. Yeah. That's what they play.
Everyone wants to be the hero. Everyone wants to be the hero, I shit on the entire team.
Yeah, I shit on exactly. I shit on that team.
And can we go ahead and say kill streaks really, really push the game towards camping?
Yes. Well, they were fun at first.
Yeah. And until everybody sat in a room and tried to guard it to get that fucking AC-130.
Play on a small map and go.
Yeah.
You nuke town.
Yeah. Exactly. It's just they've added a lot of cool things, but can we go back to the roots? Which is why we started playing shooters in the first place. Give me fucking GoldenEye with a golden gun and allow everybody to fight over that one fucking gun and make it about that. Give me Call of Duty, or give me Call of Duty 2, where the maps were all fair. It wasn't tiny little maps. They were all pretty large. And
sniping was a touch overpowered.
Sniping was a touch overpowered, but...
You still have to be good at it.
You still have to be good. It was still an art form, and...
Oh, yeah.
When you're not playing on split screen, it was easy to get flanked.
Oh, yeah.
Sniping was overpowered on split screen.
Oh, well, of course.
Because you could watch everybody's screen, know where they were, that kind of shit. But we need to go back to the roots. We need to go back to simplicity.
Those bloody roots.
But I don't know that you... I don't know that you can.
Surely you can. Counter-Strike did it. Counter-Strike made Global Offensive. It has not changed.
But it's not... I think he's referring more like for sales and for success.
Yeah, I would love to see. I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm just saying
Sure, you'd have to do a niche product.
You could still make profit at it because the Counter-Strike never was known for their graphics, really. He's known for being a badass gameplay and very balanced.
Yes.
So there's going to be a niche people who like those.
Well, and honestly,
and the thing I liked about Counter-Strike and the release of Global Offensive is it was not a money grab at all. It was a shitload of time between Source and Global Offensive, and they only released it for $15. That's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we need to do. That was a nod to their consumer, their customer, saying, "We know you guys have been wanting an updated graphic version of the game. Here it is. We're not going to charge you $60."
Going back to something you said, almost the only way to really do it, in my opinion, is to do something like Borderlands, and you're going to be so innovative. And so, if you're going to make a shooter and not put it online, and get back to the roots, you really have to go so far above and beyond and put out such a great product. And honestly, you have to put in so many different, either new mechanics, you have to do something that hasn't been done before. And I just don't.
And I know Borderlands is a shooter. Whenever you say Borderlands, I never think shooter in my head.
But it is.
It is, and I get that. I understand where you're coming from. It's a shooter RPG.
Well, put it this way.
You almost have to bend it outside of its own genre for what you're saying.
Put it this way. When I was with Machinima, they wouldn't allow me to upload Borderlands 2 content to the Realm side because it wasn't an RPG. It was a shooter. It had to go to the Respawn side.
If I had to pick one, like somebody had a gun in my head and said, what would you classify it? I would classify it as an RPG.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So would I. But
it is. It's an RPG. It's like, I'm sorry, Oblivion or any of those games are not hack and slash. They're RPGs.
Yeah.
But I mean, reality, what are you doing the whole damn time? You're hack slashing.
An action RPG is
what, So the point is, to me, Borderlands is more outside of the realm of what it is a shooter.
You're talking about a team-based, online versus type shooter.
So what he's saying is like that is a very successful idea because you're stepping out of bounds and you're melding and you're getting different people into it.
Right.
Which may be one of the only ways to get people in. The other thing I would say is you have to make a really cool IP and have a good, like Gears of War. Good story. Gears of War sold a fuck ton. The reason Gears of War is online, it's not bad.
I heard it was kind of meh. It was alright.
It's fun. But the reason it sold a ton is because it is awesome gameplay, epic boss fights, and a great story. You got to get all that. If they just would have had say they would have had a top tier level online play, they would never let that series die.
Yeah.
That's where they fell short. That's what you have to do.
Well, here's another game we haven't talked about, and it's probably one of my favorite games that I've played online not competitively, like on a fucking team or anything, but it's a competitive,
I know what you mean.
Environment. Rainbow Six.
Ooh.
Rainbow Six was really good.
I remember playing that on computer when it first came out. All the time, honestly, we haven't talked about SOCOM.
Yeah.
Well,
the reason I say Rainbow Six, Vegas 2 is the most recent, I think. And at E3, they just announced Rainbow Six Patriots like last year, but that kind of went by the wayside, and they just re-announced it as Rainbow Six Siege, which is supposedly going to be coming out in the next year or two, something like that. I'm super psyched to see what they do about that because Rainbow Six Vegas or Vegas 2 was not the kind of game where you run in and you shoot shit.
No.
You will fucking die like that.
Rainbow Six was always like that.
If you run in, you are dead. You're against the wall with your gun ready.
And you're kind of like poking out.
Poking out, jumping over shit. You got to climb down ropes. If you're going down a rope, you're fucking fair game to just shot in the fucking back. So you got to be really careful. You have to work with your team. And I like that about that game is it forces teamwork because if you don't play as a team, you're shit on. Smite or any other MOBA.
Loved Rainbow Six, the original one. The only issue with that is that Rainbow Six is a niche product.
It is. It's
and
very
that's
much a niche
that's the whole kind of thing, the crux of what we're at least what I'm getting across. You can still make a great shooter. You can still harken back those days. You're just gonna have it's not gonna be the EA level sales. You're gonna have to understand.
You have to taper your expectations.
You have to. Because you're not going to succeed. Because every little kid do you think kids are wanting to do that?
No, and that's the reason I liked it.
It's
because
so awesome.
you
and the
only
online
got
community is
adults.
better.
You
Back
only got
too.
adults. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Playing on fucking modem, it was better. I mean, it was like cable or DSL, whatever. But it was a better experience because people were playing and better just like sportsmanship, everything, just a better experience.
Because they were all adults. They weren't kids going, "I fucked your mom." Make me a sandwich.
To be fair, we did say that to people ourselves, though.
Yes, but
it was it
was in this very sarcastic way, probably to another adult who was probably trying to do the same thing to us.
And then when he said that, we used okay, the dick sucking achievement joke that we've talked about. Once they usually said something, they laughed. Like, it was just like everybody laughed and it was
like, we're just fucking with you, dude.
Yeah, we don't care. It wasn't serious. Unless they got all salty, then we wrote them.
Yeah.
Then the teabagging commenced.
So anyway, I mean that's really all there is to say about it. I mean, there's a lot of great shooters out there outside of your Call of Duties. I think it goes back to the consumer. You keep buying Call of Duties, they're going to keep making them.
Well, and this kind of goes back to a little bit of the mailbag question of, how are we going to teach our kids to play games, or what games are we going to teach them to play? I mean, yeah, they could get into shooters, they could become that Call of Duty douche, but I think if you show them some of the offline shooters and show them some of the experiences there, maybe that gives them a different experience than they would, than they would go to high school and, find their friends like, oh, here's Call of Duty 73, why don't you just play that and shit on people.
Win back.
Whoa!
Oh, yeah, forgot about that game.
Awesome.
It's such a good game. I was like, man, I remember that fucking game. That game.
That was like super arcadey style.
Yeah.
Tactical as fuck.
That was I still have that in my other room.
I still have that
awesome
as well.
Game.
But that's
Win
a good
back.
But the thing is, when we were talking about all the varieties, just some of the varieties died because if you want sales, you have to go battle. We've actually kind of spared Battlefield some of our wrath. I mean, it's becoming Call of Duty, just in a different genre way.
It's Call of Duty with helicopters.
Yeah,
which is
to me
is fucking amazing. Battlefield is to me by far the highest quality shooter on the market right now. The problem is it's backed by fucking EA. That's the problem. Origin is shit. Their servers are shit. I can't count.
I hate the vehicles.
Oh, I love the vehicles.
I just don't like. I never did.
There's nothing more satisfying than seeing some guy get 5 or 6 kills in a tank and then getting in a Jeep, throwing some C4 on it, and just fucking jumping out and just kamikazing that Jeep into the tank.
I'm not saying it's not fun. I just saying if I would prefer it, I would just... Because then you get the guys like, I'm going to go get in a fucking plane and just fly around and shoot people.
But I will say, even regardless of...
It takes skill, I know, but...
That is something... That's the only game that I've ever seen do it that seamlessly and just be like... Because, back when we were playing games as children, like, whenever you were able to get in a helicopter, and actually, you usually in a helicopter, it would take you somewhere automatically. Or if you got in a Jeep, it would take you somewhere automatically. And the couple times you got to drive them or do anything... Like, it would be one stage and everybody would go, oh my god, were you on the Jeep stage or were you on the fucking helicopter stage? You can get in a fucking helicopter and have helicopter controls the entire... I mean, that's just like you're walking around.
I did win back Battlefield, the Vietnam one.
Oh, Battlefield Vietnam. Seth and I played.
God, that was so good.
I never played that one.
My God. And that was one of the coolest environments of any...
The grass, everything had a certain patina to it. It was really neat.
You'd go into stages and there would be like mental warfare. There'd be like loudspeakers and it'd be like some chick in Vietnamese going, go home, GI. You don't belong here. Shit like that. That's fucking cool because it was eerie. It was creepy. Like, it was really, like...
I like the historical ones. They've gotten such away from that. I mean, it's cool to make your own story, but...
They need to do more Vietnam stuff.
Well,
Korea
would be awesome.
Vietnam is an awesome war. They could do Cold War. I mean, they could do so many different types of wars they haven't really touched on.
Grenada.
Yeah.
That lasted...
Desert Storm.
That lasted literally hours.
Yeah.
Literally hours of gameplay.
Anyway.
Hours of a war.
We need more historic shooters. Stop with the bullshit fucking advanced warfare
more
laser
story.
Guns. More reasons to play the main storyline.
Yes.
Stop with the regenerating health bullshit.
Unless you have reason.
Unless you have a
mechanic involved that. Don't bring some realistic game and give me health regen.
Don't let me get shot 14 times and sit in a corner going,
and you can say, well, play hardcore.
Yeah.
Nobody plays hardcore.
Yeah, don't make a mode that takes it out. Make a mode that adds regenerating health. Like easy mode or some shit.
Yeah, and guess what? You know what probably would happen? Nobody would play that mode. Just like nobody plays hardcore now.
Yes, exactly. A Battlefield. You have to have a medikit. You have to have a person heal you. They have a role for that.
That makes sense.
Yes, it makes sense. I wish Battlefield 4 wasn't such a steaming pile of dog shit because I would have loved to continue playing that. But the 4 times I got burnt by getting 15 to 20,000 points.
And then you get disconnected from the server.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's why I stopped playing.
Yeah.
That's 100%. Like,
I love the fucking game.
The game was actually, I'm probably the least into shooters of the people in this room, and I do enjoy them still. But I was shit at Battlefield 4, but that was a really fucking cool game. But every single time I'm like, oh, I got a good game going on, and I don't get very many good games, and I'm like, fuck yes. And and I'm usually not too ragey. I'm usually pretty calm. How shitty did I get whenever like the fucking...
I'm just done.
I'm done playing. And I'm not usually that guy. I literally am not that.
It's frustrating.
I'm just like, no, fuck.
Anytime like that happens.
Well, you invest 30 minutes into a match, and your unlocks and your progression in your
they don't
classes.
Save.
Yeah.
Had they saved like
automatically.
Like I would have been like, okay, it sucks again to finish the match. I'll get back in, or I won't get back in, but I keep my points. Cool, but no, I lost all my fucking points.
Yeah.
So fuck that.
So yeah.
Anyway, go back to the roots, make them more simple, make them team-based, make me fucking play with a team, not just run around lone wolf and shoot shit. That's not fun.
Because there are games that do that. If I want to play that, I will play Call of Duty. But
Right.
give me options so not everything is that one way to play.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Anyway,
Yay!
we got some news?
We do.
Hot off the presses.
I think the news... I was waiting for the noise, to be honest with you. No, like, whenever we start talking about this episode overall, we come up with a couple different topics as far as potential main topics. Originally, I wanted to do an E3 episode. That was kind of my idea, because as I was going through some new stuff, E3 is going on today. Today is the first day of E3.
Started at noon Eastern Standard Time?
Sure.
Noon, yeah, whatever. Doesn't matter.
So, because there's the time frame, and because there's so many things that haven't happened yet, and so many things
this
that
episode won't come out for a week.
And then we also haven't had a chance to research every single thing as far as E3. We decided to kind of make it a news segment as opposed to a main topic. Have you guys heard anything about any of the new games coming out at E3? What did you guys
Little
want
Big Planet 3 is coming out.
All right.
Just whatever every guy tweeted out, like anything PlayStation or Xbox tweeted out, I kind of was, peripheral paying attention to that.
I caught some of the stuff. I caught the new fucking Rainbow Six I was just talking about. They're relaunching the Patriots and renaming it as Siege. I saw that. I saw a game, I can't remember what it is. It allows you to create a world and then have other players come in and play your world like a level. You create a level and it allows them to play it. And the reason I saw that is because for some reason, it's like Operation Spark or something like that.
Yeah. Okay, I saw people tweeting about that, yeah.
And for some reason, that game features Conker from Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Yes. A friend of mine on Facebook, he's a gigantic nerd, and but I always know what he posts because it's all just really, really nerdy stuff. And I always look at it because, hey.
Because you're a nerd.
Yes, because I'm a gigantic nerd. And he said, he mentioned that, he's like, there's a Spark game that looks really cool, but it's featuring Conker, which is in the game is apparently going to be E for everyone, and you've got Conker in this, and he's obviously not E for everyone.
No,
so
yeah.
it'll be a really interesting dynamic, but apparently the game...
I don't think it will be. I think it'll be a really bad dynamic.
Well, apparently the game is supposed to be really good, though.
If you watch the trailer, it's like, action, build a level, fight, and at the end, it shows the logo. Like the trailer's over, and then Conker just walks on screen with a chainsaw and cuts it in half. And he's like, I haven't had a game in 10 years, so I guess it's time. And that's it.
That's fucking weird.
It's like slapped, stapled on the end of the trailer.
That's really weird.
Yeah, I didn't understand it necessarily.
Destiny. That's what I want to play.
I want to play The Division. That was mentioned at last E3.
This actually goes back to the Skull King's question. Destiny's a game when Xbox One came out, I'm like, that's what I want.
Yeah.
I want that.
What is Destiny? I haven't had a chance.
It's an RPG.
Okay.
It is
I'll buy it.
Really looks cool. Every trailer,
Who makes it?
If you haven't asked me, I could have told you. I want to say this Square.
Huh.
But it looks awesome. And it's an Xbox One only game. I would really want to play it. And
a couple people that I saw said that Ubisoft is having a really good E3, and I don't remember what they have.
Don't fucking buy into it.
I know.
You guys do this every fucking year.
And that's kind of
do it. Not you guys, the people in the room. I'm talking about the listeners. Every fucking year, Ubisoft and E3 have amazing showings.
Or EA.
I'm sorry.
Oh, but apparently EA hasn't done anything this.
What'd I say?
You said E3.
Oh, Ubisoft and EA, they make amazing fucking, look at these games, look at my trailer, look at this explosion. And then you get it, and you get fucking betrayed again and again. Stop buying into the hype.
Here's the game that I'm going to bring up, and I think I showed it to you, and I know you don't remember because I even talked to you about it earlier today. They're remaking Phantom Dust.
Mm-hmm.
Now, most people are probably say, what the fuck is Phantom Dust? The only reason I ever played Phantom Dust, it was an Xbox original exclusive. That was the only system it was on.
Together at my house on Xbox?
Yes, I played it a little. I showed it. I was hyping the game up. I was hyping the game up a lot, and then I said, "Hey, dude, check this out." And you thought it was a really cool game. It was an indie title. It was actually billed as one of the most unique games. It actually had like a little sticker on there that said one of the most innovative games or unique games on the Xbox console. And usually when you see that kind of stuff, you're like, yeah, whatever.
It's Madden 12 or something.
Yeah, but it actually was. It was a really, really cool concept. It was, I think it was Microsoft Studios actually who made it, I think. I could be wrong on that, but it was an indie title. I mean, it wasn't... I
can still see the case, I still have it.
And the idea of the game, and I forget what the storyline was, but it was essentially a card game. you had a deck that you brought into battle with you, but it was like a 1v1 battle, and you had an arena that you were in, and the arena actually had a lot of destructible elements to it, which even, on the original Xbox, to be able to do that really, really well, and it wasn't like you saw the environments and you saw like the break off points, and you'd be like, oh, if I aim there, no, like literally the whole arena would break down, which was really, really cool. And it was a card game because you'd get abilities, and then you put them into your deck, and you would randomize the skills that you would get at certain times. And so there was, a skill set to it, but it was a really, really unique game, a really, really fun game. Actually, the storyline was pretty good. But they're remaking it, apparently.
Are they rebooting this? Is it a series they're rebooting?
I don't know. Like I said,
we all need to reboot it just because how many, like me and Andrew, we're like 60% of the people who
Well, actually, and the reason I played is because people kept coming in. That's when I worked at GameStop, and people kept coming in saying, the game was like $5.99. Like, this is a really good game. I heard like several people say that, and it was like that indie cult classic. You need to check it out, and it's honestly, it'd be dirt cheap. Check that out. It's a good game. Not to go into our.
What else? Far Cry 4 was announced. It's another Ubisoft game, which unfortunately also Rainbow Six is Ubisoft, which makes me sad. But that's one of those games I'll probably buy because I like the IP.
We hate EA. Maybe you're more of a hater on Ubisoft. They still make some good games.
Yeah,
you just got that's the truth. So it's okay to like Rainbow Six. It's okay.
I'm okay that I like it. I'm not looking forward to buying it because of DRM and the Origin and
also giving money to a company that you'd obviously don't.
I highly doubt, unless it's a humongous title, I highly doubt I'll ever buy another EA game. I just can't take it anymore.
And I will say that's something that, and not to go off on a tangent,
that's a personal stand I'm taking.
But that also that happens more as you get older though too. I mean, when you're younger, you don't give a shit about developers. You don't, most of our listeners probably don't care about EA versus Ubisoft versus Squaresoft versus
not at all.
Whoever.
Depends on the listener.
It
depends what they do,
But most people probably won't, especially if you're 15 years old, listen to our podcast. As you get older, you do kind of start to care about, things you've been fucked by, and, EA and Ubisoft are.
I always care about things I'm fucked by.
I know, I was like, if you're 15, why aren't you masturbating right now? You can come back to us.
I'm trying to think of the other. Assassin's Creed was the other Ubisoft
game. Yeah.
That's why they had a big E3. When you announce another Rainbow Six game, Far Cry game, and Assassin's Creed, that's a big deal.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the Assassin's Creed is.
And I'll be honest, I never understood why everybody sucked Far Cry's dick. I think it's an average game.
It's beautiful graphically.
Sure. But
it's okay. It's not a bad game.
So is real life.
I don't know, man. I mean, the jizzle physics.
The jizzle physics
don't work as well in real life. No, I actually like the first Far Cry. I really liked.
I like
it's not amazing.
I like it as a game.
You don't think it's worth having.
Far Cry 3 came out, dude. Its dick was so covered in saliva, it could not have been. There was not another
mouth that could fit on there.
Mouth that could fit on Far Cry 3's dick. It was like Goobkill liked it.
They're all like, is he going there? Oh, he did. No, let's be serious. It wasn't beautiful joke.
No, it wasn't Wild Star.
Razor.
Oh, he said
a Razor.
And you brought up Wild Star.
But anyway, I mean, I never understood that, and I never understood Assassin's Creed. I like the game. It was fun.
I played a lot of the first one. That was it was a really good game, but I don't think it was this.
I played what was not the Revelations or whatever the fuck it was. I don't remember. Was it 3 or something? I tried to play it on PC. I tried to start a series on my channel. The graphics were so glitchy, and the mechanics. I'd be like riding in a wagon, and my face would be gone.
Was it just a bad port, or is it just?
It's PC. I mean, I don't know how else can you port it. And then you would be riding the wagon. All of a sudden, the wagon would like fly up in the air, and then it would like glitch back down, and then you're still riding. And then there was one where you would just ride into eternity. When hills coming? Nope. Fucking ride right through the ground.
Sounds like a wagon simulator.
Yeah.
Another big one. Uncharted 4.
Uncharted, yeah. See, that's another game.
You're off the map.
It's another game I never really got into, Uncharted. I know Seth's a huge Uncharted
Oh, yeah,
fan,
yeah,
but anything with boats on it, to be fair.
Boats and pirates, Seth will have.
Boats and hoes.
Boats and hoes.
Yeah, I didn't play Uncharted like...
I didn't know they announced it. That's interesting.
Our buddy Cam, he got, I think, like Best Buy points, and he gave me a copy after I'd got my PS3, and I played it. It's a fun adventure game. Honestly, it's Tomb Raider with a dude.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Yeah, you're right. I'm excited for Nintendo's. Nintendo, I think, is doing their presentation tomorrow.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
And that's one of the reasons that this.
We'll have to
this
catch
isn't,
this
we'll,
news next week too.
We'll catch it. We'll catch that up next week. I mean, it'll be past news, but it's something you guys will be interested in hearing. Probably, hopefully, our takes on it at least. We're all Nintendo fans for the most part. There
was another game that's coming out. I don't remember what it is, but it's like a funny take on a shooter. It reminded me a lot of Loadout or that Batman one, the fucking... I don't remember what it was called.
Oh, the one you played, yeah.
Yeah. Reminded me of those style of gameplays. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Operation something or something like that.
Operation.
But it was
Don't
like...
touch the sides.
But here's the problem. Here's the premise of the game. The human race has been turned into a zombie-like thing because of an energy drink. And
we're kind of off the rails here.
Yeah, it sounds great so far.
You reel me back in.
The main character's shoes are like metal, and he runs around and grinds on shit a la Tony Hawk.
Yeah, I'm already.
Yeah,
this game sounds really good. So keep going.
And he can also run around and like skyhook like BioShock with a crowbar.
Hey, it'd be really hard to run with metal shoes, by the way.
They're not metal shoes. They're like regular shoes, but they've got like in the arch, they've got like a curve up and it's metal in there. Oh. So he rides on a pole right in that curve, which makes total sense because obviously there's plenty of poles to ride around on in the world where you would need shoes that were perfectly fit for every single pole in the game.
Hey, you don't even need shoes to roll around on my pole.
Yeah, all right.
So this game sounds really good so far. I'm actually a little mad that you don't know the name of it.
It looked so fucking stupid. I can't even my brain was like, "Fuck that title, get that out of here." So anyway, that's gotta do it for the news. I think it's time for the what's that thing that we do after this?
I don't even know what you're talking about. This is my first time doing a
Game
podcast.
that we I think we played every time.
I've heard that once.
Is it the
Oh yeah, girl. It's time for the lightning round.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the lightning round. I just do that because I know Brian hates it.
Welcome
to the lightning round, the game show that we play every single episode. My name is Jeremy. I'll be your host this evening.
I actually think you should just keep doing that the entire episode.
So fucking annoying, just
it's so great.
Every time I listen to YouTube, people are talk like that, like they're like, "This is my announcing voice, and I'm really serious. Like, I want you to die. Please be sterilized."
Okay, on to guess that. All right, on to guess that game, jackass. I won last time, cocksuckers. So I'm gonna give my game first.
Yeah.
Are you guys ready?
What a sore winner.
No, seriously.
Are you ready? All right, clue 1. This is a beat 'em up from the late '80s. I want to make sure I got you the kind of area.
The late 80s.
Okay.
I'm not going to give you a specific date. I don't even know the specific date. I know it came out in the 80s, and it was late 80s.
Dim 80s.
Dim 80s, though.
All right.
Clue 2. It was on many systems, but it was most remembered from the arcade.
Systems of many.
Indeed.
I got nothing.
I mean, there's so many beat 'em ups from the fucking 80s that were all in the arcade. Tits, I had none.
Tits. Clue 3. I'm going to say this slow because it's kind of a two-parter and you might get on the first one. It was set in ancient Greece and...
Altered Beast.
Yep.
I was going to say was that Altered Beast? Yeah.
I was going to say and...
Because you was Greek and you transformed because you were like Hercules or some shit.
And power-ups may turn you into a werewolf.
See, I didn't remember it from the arcade.
Yeah.
I played the fuck out of it on
Sega.
A Master System.
It was on...
I
wanted to
Genesis.
I wanted to say it was only on Sega.
Oh, if you
Sega
said
systems.
Sega, it was on.
But I didn't want to give it away. There were so many clues I wanted to give, but every single time when you added it together, it equals
That is a
Altered
hard
Beast.
game we always forget about when we talk about hard games.
That's a really good game.
Because you didn't have that much life, dude.
Yes.
Even when you transferred
got hit,
out, you
twice?
became... Yeah, because you became a man again. You're like, oh, shit. It's like Mario, but brutal.
Yes, without getting a mushroom to power back up.
Oh, you know when you fucking powered up. That's
They had like the voice, it was something like, I have power, or some shit.
Like, Apache Chief in a truck kind of thing.
I remembered the arcade games from like regular like arcades, and they had it at the bowling alleys and stuff. Altered
Really?
Beast was everywhere. Yeah.
I mean, I think I've seen it as an arcade game, but I just don't know that I ever even played in the arcade.
Yeah, it was a port to Master System from the arcade, and actually, a lot of people shit on the port because it was worse than the arcade game.
All 70 people who bought a Master System were angry.
And I don't know if I might be incorrect on this, but I think originally Altered Beast was supposed to ship with the Genesis, but they decided on Sonic instead.
Really?
It worked out all right, though.
It worked out okay.
Well, in the end, it didn't work. It didn't really.
Well,
it all just, you know.
Well,
Sonic,
yeah.
In the end, it all kind of worked
if
out.
Altered Beast comes back to fucking Smash Brothers.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Maybe if Altered Beast would have been the launch title, it'd still be around.
Yeah, maybe.
That's true.
Just I shake my head emphatically. No. Okay. My game, we all remember quite fondly. Our times with the game, quite fondly.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
basically every game I've ever played. Clue 2.
This game took a lot of coordination.
Coordination.
Yeah.
Culmination. Okay? Still nothing. I've got some, like, coordination games.
Okay.
This last one's going to give it away. So, there'll be no more debating. For the Horde.
World of Warcraft.
It took coordination. Coordinating your team. Play on words.
That was terrible.
What? I like the coordination one.
Yeah. The way you said For the Horde, I was like, yes. 4. And I was thinking number 4.
I'm going to go, for the Horde.
Yeah, if you would have said that, I'd be like, wow.
Yeah, that's why I read it slow, so you had to think about it.
Cockballs.
I did the coordination one because it was like...
It did, yeah. It was coordinated effort, yeah.
When you were thinking,
I was like...
dexterity.
I was thinking Guitar Hero or some shit like that.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, go ahead.
No.
Also, we all remember fondly because it's like all the friends you made, stuff like that. It's a different kind of fondly.
Mine is... It was a popular multiplayer game.
And?
No. It's, fair.
Because there's an and.
It was a popular multiplayer game. It's actually a 4-player multiplayer game.
Okay.
And that almost everybody has heard of in one form or another.
Okay.
Each of the 4 playable characters in the game had a special attack that they could perform with each of the other special characters. Or it was each of the other characters in the game.
4-player game.
Had a special attack that could perform with all of the other characters?
With each individually. It was a 2-person special attack.
So 1 and 2, 1 and 3, and 1 and 4 each had separate special attacks.
And then 2 and 4,
Yeah.
and yes.
Okay. Doesn't help, but...
Yeah, what the fuck?
I know.
That seems like that would be like a gimme.
Yeah, like we should know it, but a 4-player game everybody's heard of.
I had a spark for a second, and then it went away.
Jeremy, you're looking like you're...
I know. No, I'm not going
can
to
sack
sack
up,
up. I've just kind of got to... I feel like I know it, but it's on the tip of my tongue, or the tip of my penis, or whatever.
The most popular character from this game has a catchphrase. His catchphrase is "Eat my shorts."
Oh, Bart Simpson.
Fucking
Simpsons.
Homer
Yeah.
Simpsons, yeah. The Simpsons arcade game.
Simpsons arcade game.
Yeah, because you fight her. Yeah. Wow.
I got shit on.
Everybody did know that arcade game.
Well, and also, too, I was
played the
kind of
shit out
implying
of
the
that.
fact that Simpsons, even your mom knew of the Simpsons, whether they knew of it as the
Right,
game
right,
But I think
itself.
everybody of our age saw that arcade game.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
And it was
awesome.
so fun.
frustrating. You get your ass kicked over time.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it was cool. Like everybody had their own little special attack with the Bart and Maggie ran around with the clothesline, and then you had the Homer
Was it
and
Lisa, or was it Maggie?
Lisa, not Maggie.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And
Maggie was a
then
baby.
Homer and Lisa, or Homer and what the fuck was her name?
Marge.
Thank you. I was Maggie and Lisa and Homer. Marge.
Maggie now.
They would roll around and stuff. It was pretty fun.
Yeah.
It was a great game, actually. For
Yeah.
a it's a really good one. So, we shall move on now.
God, I got a fucking goose egg. I win 1 week, and then you shit on the next week.
Get
Well,
shit on there.
I had 2 points after the first game last week.
Well, you did.
I ended up with 2 points the last game last week.
Hey, uninstall lightning round, dude.
That's mean. Okay, we ready for the password game?
I guess.
It is Passgasm.
It is the password game.
That's for
Until we come up with something better.
It's
the
Passgasm.
password game.
It's a good name. You just gotta accept that it's a good name.
So, this one...
It's going to be interesting.
It works for the Passgasm.
This one is sexual positions. I don't know how this is gonna work.
I love it how we're so immature.
I bet we get 3 right.
Total?
Yes.
Ever?
In all 6 rounds.
I'm up for the challenge.
All right, we can try it. We try it. I mean, if it's something simple, we might get a few. All right, so Andrew's gonna give clues or whatever to me first, right?
Oh, awesome! I gotta be the first person to start this.
You ready? Here we go. Come on, give it to me.
Oh God!
And not in the sexual position way.
Okay. On Harvest Moon, what are some of the animals that you raise that would provide you with milk?
Cow.
Okay. And then what gender is princess?
Female.
Cow. Female.
Cow. Female.
Another word for female.
A girl.
Yes.
Cowgirl. Reverse cowgirl.
Just cowgirl.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't know what this is, but it's already funny.
Okay. In Skyrim, the little crustacean things.
Mud crabs.
Yeah. Just the not
crab.
Yep. There you go. That's a thing apparently. Okay. That's not even. I don't even. That's a thing. Let's pass that just because I don't think I would get you there quick enough. What the fuck is that? Okay, it's a video game, also a movie. It involves
Predator.
Time's up.
I was gonna go.
You didn't. One of those you accidentally corrected, but
So we got 2.
so you were off. We already got 2.
Bumper cars.
What the fuck is bumper cars?
I didn't know what squat.
Yeah.
I don't even know how. I don't know that
I squatted that bitch all night, man.
Your confusion with cowgirl threw me off there for a second.
Well, you said a female cow, and I was like,
"Oh no!" I said
cow,
heifer.
Yeah.
Oh no, I meant a cow, and then I was
Yeah,
you
yeah.
didn't think I was leading you into the.
I get it now.
I like you all automatically went to reverse cowgirl.
Yeah,
fun.
That's one I like. Said
All
you
right.
break your dick doing that shit. You gotta be careful.
So I'm receiving from O'Brien here?
Yeah.
God, this is so weird to say that one.
We're gonna go ahead and skip this one. I do it now. That one's terrible. Oh Jesus.
Oh my God.
Okay, there's a video game on Sega Genesis. The first word of the title, it's blank axe.
Golden Axe.
Yes. So that's the
Golden
first.
Shower?
I know you think so. That's the first part. You know that point and click game I mentioned earlier was Shadow something?
Shadow, no, I mentioned earlier.
Like way earlier, like one of the earlier episodes.
Shadowrun? No.
It's kind of like a Myst game.
Oh, I don't remember the fucking game. You have to go somewhere different.
Fuck. Well, let's say Rampart. Okay, like Rampart, you build castles. And those castles, you have an entryway. What do you call the entryway?
To the gate. A gate.
Yes.
Shower gate. Gate shower.
No, you already said blank axe.
Golden gate.
Yes.
Oh God.
That's all we got.
You could have said Baldur's.
Fuck me, I could have.
Baldur's Gate.
I could have said, like those racing games and one, like it was the Race USA arcade games. You always race in San Francisco.
The Little Dipper.
You know what I could have done, dude? I could have just said, hey, the racing game where you race across the country, you're racing in San Francisco. What's the number one landmark you race on there?
Yeah.
That's,
Use of the Golden
sockets.
Gate.
What the fuck is sockets?
I don't know. Is that like docking?
I hope. That sounds fucking gross.
I don't know.
There's something that I heard of the other day that I'd never heard of in my life, and we're going to put a pause on the game for just 1 second because it's worth mentioning. You know where your balls were before they dropped? Like up in your body? There's a thing that people do apparently where they finger those holes.
What?
Under your balls. Like, or above your balls, I guess.
So they reach their fingers around behind your
I can't remember
balls.
what it was called, but socket reminded me of it because
Why?
I have no fucking clue. Like, I just imagine that being painful.
You do realize we've only known one position, and it was cowgirl.
Yeah.
And we're like, I think we're pretty up on our Urban Dictionary, but I got nothing. Bumper cars?
Bumper cars? That sounds like something 2 men would do.
I guess.
The fact that I went to Golden Shower is kind of...
Yeah, it's kind of telling.
Yeah.
Like Golden Shower, please. Okay, ready?
Yeah, so anyway, don't finger the holes above your nutsack. All right. Here we go. I got you.
Okay.
Okay.
oh.
What? Okay, when you when you're going around a curve in a Mario Kart, you drift and it gives you a little
Speed boost.
Okay, boost.
Okay.
Any game that has a table in it, it has these things around it.
Chairs? Boost chair? Booster chair.
Booster
Boosted chair. Chair.
Also for children.
Oh, booster seat?
Yes, thank you.
Also for children.
The Postal. The company's name was
Rockstar.
running with...
What? With scissors.
Yes.
Scissors? Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
We can pass it.
No. Oh, God, who was it? I can't think of who it was.
We should have passed this.
Oh, Big Daddy had a blank on his arm.
Already passed it.
Oh, you passed it?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. I didn't
Sorry.
say pass.
Is time up already?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Big
the
Daddy
drill,
had a blank on his arm, yeah. I
This is
couldn't
the
think of
drill.
his name. Yeah, drill.
I was thinking Drill Man from... Because there was Drill Man on
So we
Mega
got
Man, I
two.
think, wasn't there?
We got
Was
two.
there?
By the way, we're doing way better than you thought we were going to do.
Yeah, we are.
Our expectations were not really high, though, to be fair.
I'm
Because
glad you got,
now they're not like, they're just like straight up weird shit.
I'm glad you got running with scissors.
Yeah, I
Those are-
remember that company.
Which is that a guess?
You could have went South Park game. I know, well, Scissors from the South Park
The
episode,
drill
I
thing I would
guess.
have got instantly, too.
I know. I couldn't think of his fucking name. I was trying to... I should have said Bioshock or something like that.
It's just my general, if it takes more than 5 seconds, use your pass quickly. And that last one was Pirate's Bounty. I think we could have got that one.
I don't know how. We got you to say pirate, but how would I get you to say bounty?
Oh, you can
Treasure from any game in there, man.
Booty?
Yeah.
reward or...
Yeah, maybe.
I guess you could have said, like, in Skyrim when there's a wanted poster, you get a blank for... Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or any game or any RPG.
Yeah. See?
All right, so now Brian's going to be giving it to
I don't
me.
even know what any of this is, though.
Fine.
By the way, like a Pirate's Bounty? Like, what the fuck? Like, I don't...
I have no clue.
Maybe we're going to try the Pirate's
I know
Bounty.
scissors. I know exactly how to get you to say
God.
this. It's not from video game.
Wow.
Just past that. Wow. Okay. Okay. In a Zoo Tycoon, there's elephants. They have massive what?
Trunks, penises,
No.
bodies, feet,
No.
heads,
Jesus Christ. What if all elephants have that are really big? Fuck, they made a Disney movie about it.
ears.
Thank you.
God.
Okay, you know you play a golf game
Yeah.
and you're going to putt and you putt too hard.
Yeah.
What do they call it when like you hit the grass beforehand?
Divot.
No.
Skip.
No.
No.
Same thing in a baseball game. If you make an error, you are
No
shit.
fucking clue what you're talking about. That's tough.
Okay, you know what ice climbers?
Yeah.
What do they wear on their hands?
Gloves, mittens.
But their head earmuffs. If you muff a play, you muffed it.
That's a tough way to get there. I mean, like, I would have done the same thing probably, but the first one is really entertaining. So how would you...
Sibian. This isn't a sexual position. It's a
No.
machine.
What the fuck?
Yeah, we just got stumped on that one, didn't we?
How would you get people to say Sibian?
Ready?
All right, let's do it.
Has it started yet?
Yeah,
Okay, it's that good?
Oh yeah, that's easy.
Okay, in Suikoden, the Gremio was the main character. In his relation to his main character, what was he?
Like a butler.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay.
Okay. In Final Fantasy, there are several different libraries in the games. What will the libraries contain?
Books.
Okay, and then
Book in, book table.
yeah, there you go.
That's bad. I can't do that.
Okay. Animal on Harvest Moon that you would get milk
Cow?
from. Yeah. And what would you consider the Cecil the Paladin? What is his sex?
He's a male.
Okay.
Cowboy.
Yep. There you go. Earth something Jim.
A worm.
Okay. Oh God, I'll pass that one just because you guys used it already. Oh God. That would have been a good one too.
Jackhammer.
Jack.
I could have went Boozer Seat. I don't want to be cheap on it, so I used the pass. We ran out of time.
That's fair
anyway.
enough. We got fucking 5.
You got 4.
We didn't get booster seat. I'm sorry. We got
Fucking
4.
cheater.
Hey, listen, motherfucker. It's all good on my end.
That fucking sucks. Last round. What are the scores?
I
I have
have
like 1.
I have 7. You have 4.
Oh.
and Andrew has 7. So Andrew gets a point, he wins. You would need to get 3 to tie me.
Well, it doesn't matter. Oh, yeah. I guess if we get 3, you win and I tie him, and we do the weird possible...
2-on-1.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, let's get 3.
See what we can do. I'm throwing after 1.
You dick. Pass. Okay, super blank ball.
Monkey.
Okay, and in any game you have a health...
Bar.
Yes.
Monkey bar.
Yep. I don't know what the fuck that is. Jesus Christ. In Smash Brothers, when Link uses his dash and he pushes his sword out in front of him.
Thrust.
What's another word for that?
Thrust.
He's blanking forward with his sword.
Not dashing. Lunging.
Yes.
Lunge?
Yes.
Oh.
We have just skip it.
You can't.
Okay. Dr. Robotnik is a
Robot.
a robot is a
Machine.
and this is
A sex machine.
which is a
Dildo.
oh God, you should have Simeon.
Simeon. Oh, it was the... Oh.
God,
And you guys got 2.
fuck. Oh, we almost had it.
I'm impressed you got 2, to be honest.
We almost had it. I'm glad I got you to say lunges.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was a good way to go with it, too, by the way.
Oh my God.
Andrew's a big winner on that one.
Bended knee.
Bended knee. I was like, it's a Boys to Men song.
Yeah, it's a Boys to Men. Motown Philly.
Motown Philly back again.
That was interesting, honestly, because I hadn't heard of any of those.
You know what's
No.
really interesting? I have 0 points still.
Maybe. I don't know if it's interesting. It's factual.
It's definitely interesting. I go from winning to losing just like that.
Hey,
Maximum amount of points I can get? 2.
bone up on your sex positions. That's all I can tell you.
Bone
up on your sex positions.
All right, so now we're gonna go on to the Feudgasm. Andrew, you're going first.
It looks like it, since I did win that last round, you piece of shit.
Oh my God!
I don't really mean that.
You're fired from the band, dude.
All right.
You can't fire me.
I
quit.
I quit.
All right, my list is from Dorkly. It's kind of been one of our...
Go-tos.
It has been. They've got a lot of good...
A good list.
A lot of good lists.
Top 10 stuff. I like that.
Top 1,000.
And this list is the top 10 Nintendo 64 games.
Okay, so we did top selling a couple weeks ago.
Did we?
Correct.
Yeah,
Sure.
This is gonna be top 10
Just top 10.
voted best.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The best.
Yeah.
Yep.
We need a quarter.
We need the ceremonial.
quarter.
You want to flip it?
Yeah.
Oh, you.
Oh,
suck.
no, that was a shitty throw.
Oh, it hit
Oh.
your palm and you've tossed it.
It hit my tip of my fingers.
Because your arms are short like a baby.
Oh, because that makes sense.
A man baby.
That's right.
All right. Sonic.
Tails.
Again, that's like 5 in a row.
That's
I'm
right.
trying to feel this fucking.
No, I'm not
heebie-jeebies.
never, ever will I call Tails.
No.
As soon as I do, it'll be Sonic. God damn it! I just threw it up in the air and it bounced
right.
off my chair.
Okay. Top best games, right?
Top 10 games.
Let me think about it. I'm gonna go Ocarina of Time.
Well, there's number 1.
Oh, great!
Eat a fat dick. Big thick.
I'm trying to base my guesses off of sales a little bit because that would make sense. So I'll go with Smash Brothers.
Number 2.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
By the way, I think you guys will get every one of these except for probably 10.
Oh,
Okay.
Maybe there may be another
that's
one.
a challenge.
I know.
I'm gonna go Super Mario 64.
And that would be number 3.
Eat a dick.
Trying
Big thick wanger.
to think if there's anything I want to say before the one I'm going to say, and I'm going to go with GoldenEye.
Number 4.
I thought you were gonna say it. Like if you don't say it, I'm saying it. Douche.
Now this is where it starts to separate a bit.
A little bit, yeah.
It does a little bit. I'm
Got the heavy hitters out.
gonna go with Majora's Mask.
Number 5.
Oh my God!
Eat a fat
I
wiener.
never thought that would be 5 because I thought the one I'm going to say would be number 5.
It's not, is it, motherfucker?
I'm
I almost didn't say Majora's Mask. Don't feel bad. I always went with something different.
going to say. I thought.
The suspense.
Let's go Mario Kart.
Number 6.
Yeah.
We are literally moving down this list.
Damn, that's exactly what I was going to say, too. Because now we've got 1 through 6.
The last 4 are a little more...
A little tougher. That's what I'm saying. You know, those right there all felt really, really... You know what? I'm going to go with... No, fuck no. That's not... No, I had to go, and I'm like, no, I'm not doing that one. I'm going to go with a game that I thought was one of the best ones on there, so fuck it. Ogre Battle 64.
Not on there.
Yeah, I don't care.
I agree.
Awesome game.
Ogre Battle 64 is amazing.
Star Fox.
Number 7.
Fuck. As soon as I said that, I'm like, I should have said Star Fox.
God, there's 3 more? I'm like tapped out.
Oh, dude, I am.
8, 9, and 10, by the way.
I don't know.
We literally went straight down the
literally...
list.
Yep.
Well, it was in 64, though. They had a very small library of like 250 games.
Yeah, and they weren't all winners.
Something tells me, like, Paperboy 64 is not going to be on there.
Kirby 64. Kirby.
No.
No.
Didn't make it.
Donkey Kong Country. Or not Country, but
Donkey
64.
Kong,
Yeah,
number 8.
I was going to say Donkey Kong, but I wanted Kirby.
You did that last time.
I know.
You said
I'm going to get
Kirby.
3 X's here. I really...
I can't think of any... Well, there's no way it's going to be on that list.
Mario Party.
No?
That's a game.
You have any other guesses for 9 and 10? 10 you will have heard of, you'd be like, really?
No, I have no guesses.
Number 9 is Paper Mario.
God damn it. That was on the selling list.
And then number 10 was kind of surprising. Banjo and Kazooie.
I would have never
I
said
have the
that.
soundtrack and a shirt from that game.
All right.
But I said you guys would probably get all.
Yeah, good
but
list. I don't necessarily completely agree with it, but
No, but it was a good
It's
list.
a good
overall
list.
pretty
It's a
good.
very good list.
Okay. Mine may be a little rough, but I know you guys are fans. So we're going to do top 10, and this is according to IGN, top 10 Final Fantasy characters.
So I'm assuming he does not make a distinction between bad or good guys, just characters.
All characters. And on top of that, this is from all games. And, wait a minute, what was I going to say beyond that? Oh, according to a couple of the comments, I hear the top 5 are pretty fucking solid.
Okay.
I couldn't tell you one way or the other.
All right.
I will flip it. Let's see. Oh, wait, I didn't. So who wants to call it? Whoever calls it this time doesn't
I'll
call
call
it next
it.
time. All right.
I'm going Sonic.
Sonic it is! Breaking that streak.
God, I don't
Like,
know if
there's
I don't know if I want it, because I know who I want to say. If I'm thinking, I'm going to go... I'm going to go Kefka.
Number 6.
I didn't think he'd be that high.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Cloud.
Number 3.
No, 'cause
Interesting.
the Cloud's the one I was going to guess.
Yeah.
Sephiroth.
Number 1.
Yeah.
Oh!
Cloud or Sephiroth were those my 2 picks. I've got one I'm going to hold back because I think that one's going to be good.
Ooh.
Oh, Mr. Man over here.
I'm going to go fanboyd him here still. Go Vincent. Vincent. Huh?
Nope.
No Vincent Valentine. Interesting.
That is a crazy cult following for
Honestly,
Vincent.
I figured that like he would be up there. He's kind of like the Final Fantasy 7 guy, you know?
I'm going to go Squall.
Nope.
Squall? Okay.
Oh, my God. Okay.
The one I was going to hold back, I'm going to go ahead and go. Auron.
No.
Wow! Wow, no
I don't
Auron.
even know who that is.
That's from 10. He has the fucking curved blade and shit.
Lightning?
No.
So they're not liking Final Fantasy 8 much.
Well, no, Lightning was 12.
Squall was 8. Lightning was a later one.
So they're not going to give... No, they're probably going to give it 8 any love at that
But
point.
Squall wasn't in it. He's the main guy from...
From,
8.
Is he? Yeah. And
I was
Lightning
trying to
was...
skew new. Because I don't want to just throw old shit, but...
He went Kefka, Sephiroth.
Sephiroth, Cloud, and Kefka have been...
I'll go Cecil.
No.
That would be game.
You only got...
But it's a good list. I mean, I want to hear the list, though. I don't care.
Vivi was number 2.
Oh, the Black Mage from 10.
Yep.
Kane was number 4.
Or not from 10, from 11.
Kane from 2? Wow, that is... I mean, that's pretty... Let's do that. He was really cool in that one.
Yeah.
His betrayal and stuff.
But you're not put over Cecil, though.
He had more flavor, but I would vote Cecil.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mog.
Oh, from Final Fantasy
What was
3?
Mog in general.
Yeah, it's true.
Aerith.
From 7.
The list isn't bad. Just
8 was Lulu.
I don't know the fuck that
Lulu.
is. Was Dagger up there?
9 was Balthier.
He was an odd. He wasn't a playable. I don't think. I think he was just a cool guy. And General Leo. 10.
And 10 was Yuna.
Yuna.
Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
The thing is, the list isn't bad. Most of them we heard them all. It just our heads were in different places.
Yeah.
We
I'm
were
fine with
trying
that.
yeah, I'm really fine with it. It'd be different if it was all like if we were like, who the fuck's that? Who the fuck's that? Who the fuck's that? That's
Right.
It's kind of
So you're saying you just suck, is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much.
No, we're saying is when you have 12 or 13 games and you have 10 plus characters that matter in every game.
Right. Makes
See,
it rough.
it's honestly like since I played, I think it was 11 was the cartoony one. If I'm no, it was 9. Like so
Which
11 was
Dagger's
online.
the main person. Well, alias Dagger. They got some weird ass name.
But like Vivi being the number 2 or whatever that was. Well, he was just a black mage, and I don't remember enough of the game. And I think he actually had a good storyline.
That's crazy. I guess like for me, I agree that I would put Cecil in front of Kane. But Kane had a
Okay, there's no.
Kane was cool. Like if
Yeah.
we were shooting like a 10 level R's, I probably would go that route. But whatever. Que sera. Whatever it will be. Okay.
Isn't that Que Sera Sera?
Yeah. It is. Okay. So I'm doing another dorky list.
You guys are so dorkly.
It will be top 10 PlayStation 1 games. Now they give
Original PlayStation.
Original PlayStation. Now they give 101. We'll just pare it down to the hits. Yeah, I know.
I say we do a top 100.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
No.
Leave the 1 out. Just top 100.
Oh, because you know the one's gonna throw a fucking skew us. Andrew will be calling.
I was called Tails already. You know.
Whoop. Tink.
It is Sonic.
Yeah. Right. Final Fantasy 7. Give it to me.
That's number 1.
Yeah.
Okay. You had to know.
Tails abandoned me.
Were you gonna go 7?
Yeah, I was. Oh God, no. Actually,
Sales didn't support it, but yeah.
I think I know one that's going to be high on the list.
We should have a chance to get
honestly,
all
like
these,
I'll blank on so many of these, to be honest with you.
Really?
Oh yeah, I'll blank. I'll know all of them whenever you say them, but I'll blank. I know this one's not going to be top 10, but I'll say it. Parasite Eve.
No. I was looking quickly to the top 15. It is not there. Not even the top 20.
I hope that I just don't remember this one fondly and it was actually very popular. I'm going to say Metal Gear Solid.
That's number 2.
Oh! Shit on.
Oh, I'm so done.
Metal Gear Solid was like the Metal... That's when Metal Gear came back to life.
Yeah.
Because I'm just going to rattle off RPGs, I'm going to be honest with you there, and that's not going to go well for me.
Really?
Yeah.
Depends.
I honestly, like, I won't... All I played on PlayStation 1 was RPGs. That's all.
Had a lot of good ones.
I'll go... Final Fantasy 8 was there.
Yeah, it was. In fact, it was number 4.
Okay. I forgot
8?
that. Yeah, 8 was...
That's why I was surprised that Squall wasn't on that list.
It was still a good game. It
got too wild with its battle system.
Yeah.
It's just like too convoluted.
I thought nobody liked 8.
No, it was good. It just wasn't. It followed 7.
You followed 7. You batted after Babe Ruth.
True.
To most people's eye, you're following a legend. You're gonna always.
It did some really cool things. Had some really cool summons. The graphics were really cool.
Graphics really good for the system.
I'm going to say 10. Final Fantasy 10.
Oh, okay, I was like 10. What the fuck game is that? Final Fantasy 10 is not.
Really?
No, because I think that's on PlayStation 2.
Was it?
Wasn't it?
I don't know.
Either way, it's not on this list, motherfucker.
Oh, fuck me.
I can.
No, Final Fantasy 10 was on PlayStation 2.
Yeah, I was pretty sure it was. I was like, PlayStation 2.
I don't fucking know.
But I think 9 was, though, on PlayStation 1. I'm going to say 9.
9's number 3. Andrew's officially back in this bitch. You've got 1, 2, 3. No, yeah, you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
Tactics.
That's...
Tactics is number 6.
Fucking Final
He's trying to-
Fantasy is like...
Bear in mind, I don't necessarily agree with 8. 9 is amazing, but not that high. I would probably switch 9 and Tactics.
Right.
Tactics was so good.
I thought people shit on 8, but love 9.
That's generally it is, honestly. I'm
I
shocked
can't
it's
believe
that high.
8 was number 3 or 4, whatever it
There's
was.
some pretty biggies. Okay, so that gave JJ back into the game. Not they wasn't out in the game.
I got one.
But you could have X'd out faster.
Yeah.
Now Andrew has to make a play.
I see. Now this is where I'm fucked. 'Cause we're out of Final Fantasy games. We're out of honestly like a lot of the big name RPGs that'll be up there in my opinion. I'm gonna go Vandal Hearts.
What?
I love that game.
Vandal Hearts is such a good fucking game.
We played that one. We actually rated it, but no, it's not even top 25.
Crash Bandicoot.
That is number 7.
There we go.
So, I mean, you guys have actually gotten 6 of them.
I don't
well,
think
to be fair, 3 of them, 4 of them were Final
4
Fantasy.
of them are Final
games.
Fantasy. Can't really compete with that.
This won't be on there, but it's
Oh, I got another good one.
Twisted Metal.
No, that's I mean, it's in the top. I think it's 22, but it was up there, but not all the way up there.
Oh.
Yeah, I knew I didn't.
What would have been your next guess for funsies?
Oh, it's over?
Yeah, I just got 3
That's over
X's.
3 X's.
I was going to say a Resident Evil game. I'm trying to decide which one.
Which one?
I'm going to say 2.
Number 8. So you actually were going to do pretty good on this list when you think about it. Number 5, Castlevania Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, I would have
No.
never guessed that.
Everybody Blue's like the second coming of that.
I would
Bandicoot
never
was
guess
7.
that.
Resident Evil's 2. You had one more RPG on there. Chrono Cross.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
Chrono
God, that was
Cross,
a good
yeah.
game too.
Yep. And number 10 was Crash Bandicoot 2.
Really?
Yep. 11 was Crash Bandicoot. 12 was Silent Hill. 13's Tekken 3. Then Tony Hawk, Resident Evil.
Oh, Tony Hawk.
We neither of us said Tony Hawk. But of course, I
What was
guess
that?
you would say 2.
Yeah.
Or Skater 2.
Yeah, that was number 14.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's a really Final Fantasy heavy list, but
No
like,
shit.
Well, but those
but none of the
were-
games on there were bad.
No. I would have liked to see them take that list and just say Final Fantasy like they did with Sonic.
Yeah.
Because that was almost not
Yeah.
fair. Half your list was one
Yeah.
game. Or
Yeah.
The
one
only
series.
difference is with Sonic, they were all 1, 2, 3, 4.
Right.
This one was broken up a little bit.
No, it wasn't. It was
Yeah,
all the
because
games.
number 3 was
It was all the Final Fantasy games that were listed on
number 3 was something different.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah,
Yeah,
number
yeah.
2 was Metal Gear Solid.
Okay.
Other
What-
than that, yes, I agree with you.
Yeah, what I'm
You
saying is...
could have just put Final Fantasy number 1 and been
And you
like,
could have brought in Tekken, Silent Hill, some other good
varied
games.
up the list a little bit, but still.
Silent Hill, I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
All right. So that's going to do it for the game.
Yep.
Who won?
That would be me.
What was the score? I know I came back and got like
4,
2.
3, 2.
Say, so I didn't
Yeah.
finish with a fucking goose egg.
No, it's actually
Like you
very
said.
competitive game.
Yeah. So I won last week, not this week. So I brought a retro of you.
That's right, fucker.
You know what game I played so much of?
What games do you play so much of?
Really, when it comes down to it, I played so much of every single wrestling game on N64. We always talk about them, but we never go into detail. And I think every single person that owned an N64 played it. Like WCW versus NWO.
The one that was on the black cartridge, right?
Yeah.
No, that was Raw.
Or
Was
no,
that-
it was WrestleMania.
WrestleMania.
That's
was
the
it.
one I played the most of by far.
Yeah.
They were-
Horse Lube.
But they were all
Horse
You remember my guy, Horse Lube?
Yeah.
they were all so like that was like the revolution of like the wrestling games. Like,
Yeah.
Before you had the wrestling games on that system, they were all kind of shitty. And they actually on that system, overall.
I mean, the thing is that PlayStation didn't do any games like it. You know, like it
Yeah.
seemed like that was the Nintendo thing.
Nintendo did that. Period. End of story.
had like the grappling system, which was neat, and that's where
Yeah.
that's where
it was
every
rock
move,
paper scissors.
Yeah.
And the customization was
Yes,
retarded.
the fact that you could do every move.
Yeah.
Level them up.
It was honestly like tedious how many moves you could give somebody. Like,
Right.
oh, if
If you had
you're
to give him in a grapple, you had to give him a light up and a light down and a light left and a light right and a strong up and a, you know.
light A from second turnbuckle while facing inward.
Yeah.
Light A from second turnbuckle
You know,
while
when you
facing
gym
outward.
here, You're like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, I use the grapevine armbar. You know,
Yeah.
it's like you'd know all these
The
moves.
Rings of Saturn or some shit. But it was a, and as they got further on, they started to do more things. So you'd have you'd have 4 of your friends sitting around on a fucking shitty ass CRT TV with fucking the worst controller known to man in your hand, but you were having like the best time ever
That's a
because you were
blast.
just beating the shit out of each other.
There'd be tag matches too.
Yeah,
and
you
like,
tried to
tag-
pin somebody and somebody else come kick you off of them. You're like, no, you fucker, you know. It was one of those games that it's one of those games that nobody thinks of. It's like Mario Kart to me. It's one of those games that's infinitely replayable. You all have fun playing it, and it's something that we don't even care about.
Yeah,
It
so
was such an awesome fucking game that drew us into it.
It didn't matter if you gave a shit about wrestling or if you knew every wrestler, because you know what, you guys were your group of friends was a little more into wrestling at that point in
Yeah,
time
those guys liked a lot of wrestling.
than I was.
Which, to be fair, if they didn't, we may not have ever played this game.
That's true, but I didn't know anything about wrestling. I didn't know wrestlers, but I created a fucking dude
Yeah.
and gave him power bombs and
Yeah.
just started power bombing people. That's
Yeah.
what I did.
I don't know why. Like, think of another game or another thing we hate: NASCAR, soccer. There's not a game you could make that would draw us in to something we don't care about like that game did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, other than Blades of Steel, maybe.
You say that every time.
Every time, Blades of Steel.
I'm just thinking about all the different things you could do. You could go pull weapons from the crowd, like chairs and tables and shit. When you made your characters, you got to, obviously make them look like you wanted them, but they even got their own intro.
Yeah.
Intro music.
It's like, that's why I remember Horse Lube.
And then they had...
At least we've matured since then.
Yeah. And then they had their own special abilities, their own ultimates. And the better you did, the more special, whatever it was, special you built up. And then when your special meter was going off, you had to taunt to go into your special mode.
And then you had to win a grapple, I think, after that.
Then you had to win a strong grapple.
Yeah.
And then do an ability or something. And it was just like, it was so neat because every time somebody was in their special, you'd see everybody like running away.
Yeah, you'd
dive out of the ring and like run up to the top.
Till the meter would fall away.
Yeah, exactly. Till the meter would go away, and then you come back. Yeah, exactly.
And then you'd also, I remember like the counter maneuvers too, which were kind of random, but everybody thought they knew how to counter. Like you'd be in a grapple, and then it was like you hitting your R button or whatever. You'd be like, "Oh, dude, I totally know how to counter that." And everybody would just fucking smash the R button. Like, "Oh, dude, I told you, I knew exactly when to press it."
Yeah,
you hit R button like 73 times.
Know how to do that. It was like a parry or like a reverse.
Reverse
the move on them. Yeah. And then they could reverse it back on you, and it was just so fucking cool. You had to like where you could run off the ring and like fucking flying kick somebody. Or...
It was well balanced too.
Yeah.
Like it actually, like all the jokey style, we're so focused on the fun stuff you could do with it. It actually was a well balanced game. Like it played well. It was smartly done.
Well, because the abilities didn't have damage. Each ability, if it was a light ability, it hurt you the same as any other light ability. If it was a strong ability, it hurt you just the same as every other strong ability. And
or at least from what we know, I assume so.
Figure 4 was the best.
It didn't seem like that. It was you didn't really feel like there was that one ability that just shit on you.
Right. And outside of grappling, you had just basic fighting, punches and strong punches and round.
You even had a guy that couldn't. Was it like Eric Bischoff or somebody who couldn't grapple? No, I don't know why I remember that, but he couldn't grapple. All he would do was fucking punch and kick you.
Really? I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, because he literally couldn't grapple. He wasn't allowed to grapple. I don't know why. I just remember like people saying Eric Bischoff.
Storyline.
I'm sure. Yeah,
maybe that seems like a guy you would literally never play.
I don't know.
Seems like how would he do his special? He just hit harder, I guess.
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Like fucking Hulk smash,
fucking man mode.
Yeah.
It's a game we mention every once in a while. We talked about Def Jam Vendetta, and that was the game that the company's license went away, and they made it. All right, fuck it, we'll just make a Def Jam Vendetta out. So they licensed with Def Jam. So it's one of those games that we've talked about consistently and constantly in those stupid wrestling games, and we say stupid because we don't care about wrestling. But the fact of the matter is, I own like 4 of those games,
and they're all fun.
Yeah,
and they're well done.
Yeah.
THQ did them, and they did a really good job.
That was the one good thing that THQ was like, this is what we do, and we do it really fucking well. It was an awesome game. I didn't figure we'd talk about it forever.
No,
I just wanted to bring it up.
There's not a whole lot to talk about, but it was. Like, every time you'd get 4 friends together, and if you had a 64, there'd be a handful of games you play, and at the end of it all, you play wrestling at some point.
You did play wrestling.
Because not everybody was into Smash Brothers at that time. No. At least with our group, you had people who played Smash Brothers, but not everybody was super into it. Everybody would play it. Everybody pick up wrestling.
Yeah.
Everybody would.
And the funny thing is we like I said, when my dad and my brother come visit for holidays or something like that, we always plug in the N64 and go play those old 4-player games, and every single time we throw in fucking one of the wrestling games. It's just a fun game to play.
I agreed.
So if you have an N64 emulator, or if you have an N64 and you don't have one of those games, you don't have one of those cartridges, you can probably find it for like $1.
Yeah, it's not going to be expensive. These aren't. This isn't Ogre Battle 64.
Yeah, you
can get it
because they made a shit ton of them, and they're all the same game. Yeah. Every single one of them, the same game, same people, same real.
Well, the one with the black cartridge was my favorite.
Yeah, I don't know why.
I just remember having a better time with that one.
Yeah. But anyway. So I just want to talk about those for a short period of time. Anyway, that's going to do it for the podcast, I'm pretty sure. Unless you guys have something else to add?
No.
All right, so we will see you guys next week. Thanks for stopping by and tuning in, and we'll see you later.
Peace out.
Deuces.
Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week on the Gamegasm podcast.